that technology affects the life of a blind parent?
It affects us, very deeply. And I actually grew up with a grandfather who was also blind. He had had a stroke and lost his eyesight. And when that happened to him, he basically spent the rest of his life sitting in a chair. He would not go out. He would not consider getting a guide dog. He would not consider getting any training. And at the time as a kid, I never knew that I was going to grow up and kind of follow in his footsteps, but on a different path. So the evolution of technology for me, from being a little girl and seeing somebody that I love be blind and not use anything, to seeing what's out there now, is exponentially different. I actually have a couple of things that I wanted to show you that I use. These are some of examples of a handheld magnifier. So this magnification glass I would keep in my pocketbook, and I'm able to hold it up to the one eye that I can see out of, and that helps me to read different things. These aren't that expensive. They can, run anywhere between, $50 to a couple $100, depending on the size and the thickness of the glass. Then they have had recently a surge in something called artificial vision, and that is more of a computer-based technology that tries to mimic sight and then audibly speak to you. One of the devices that I use on a regular basis is called Orcam. This particular device sits on my glasses as a magnet. And by doing a simple pointing gesture, I can point to anything that I want to read, whether it is a street sign or something that I use in the classroom, and it will read it to me in my ear, not so that the whole world can hear it, but so that I can hear it. Most people, when they see me wear this, believe it's a Bluetooth. They have no idea what it is. And then when they hear it speak, the way that it does, well, sometimes they will ask. The technology such as this can really get quite expensive. Thankfully, in New York State, we have the New York State Commission for the Blind. And what that does for blind and visually impaired New Yorkers is it provides services, not only socio-emotional services through counseling and social work, but it will provide technology for blind and visually impaired individuals if they need additional help, especially if they're in the workforce.
Well, not for your personal experience,